Well, as you can see, I'm not off to a very good start today, but matter of fact, I'm off to a lousy start today. My apologies, everybody. I forgot the main monitor, left it on the desk because I was running behind in a hurry and walked out and forgot it, that I used to make sure that everything is rolling. And so I guess we'll just start over. It's good to see everybody. Welcome to Ooltewah, Tennessee, January 27th, 2026. And yes, we are back at the old spooky water tower, as you already all know. Yes, we already are our first train, as you already know. I told you all the cool stuff about the spot, as you already know, and you didn't hear a single word of it. My apologies, everybody. Our last train weighed in at 35 mph past us on the speed check, and we are on the Atlanta North District, Knoxville West End. Signal bridges behind us, and I should learn by now, as many times as I've done this, make sure we are rolling and get the monitor up. And once again, another lesson learned: monitor, monitor, monitor. So thank you, everybody, for saying Mike, hey, problem. And I got to do a better job. So my apologies, everybody. Thanks for letting know that there's a crisis. We got sound now, and I just forgot to click one extra button on the setup. So shame on me. No Mexican food for me tonight, Tony. It is good to see everybody. We do have another northbound coming up the Knoxville North End, coming up the Atlanta North District, and we have amber on the inbound signal board. It's been a long day, I guess. And now we've gone green. So we've got green on the signal board. Good again, like I said, to see everybody as we hang out here at the old spooky water tower. Those guys that play Fortnite, welcome to the channel. Hello, Tony. Congratulations for being first. Hello, Confederate wife. Mama Bear, how are you? Hi, Todd. Hi, Nate. Everybody, how are y'all? Yes, he was kind of muted. No sound. Again, my apologies. Thanks, Todd. The only thing is, where you sent the text is what I left behind at the office, the main monitor that I use. And so, thanks you guys for trying to take care of me. Yes, Todd, a flare gun would have worked. I'm sorry it took so long to find this out. Like I said, it was a fly on the moment thing, and doggone it. But anyhow, we're answering now. Hey, Andy just showed up. So like again, every time I do one of these, it's a learning process. And again, normally I set a monitor up first as soon as I go on to check the sound. Today, I couldn't find it. We went live, and finally I know where it is, laying on my desk. So thanks for worrying. Thanks for trying to take care of me. And Nate said we got 18E coming up from Epison, so that could be what our green is. So, one on the books, another one coming. We're here till probably 6, like I said, according to the weatherman. It's gonna be cold by then. And Andy said to tell y'all hello.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
And again, there's where Kid wants to spend the night. He wants to camp out in the old spooky water tower. Andy said, hey, hi all day long, but he's not getting on the camera and hanging out. He's gonna hang out behind me and make sure I don't make any more mistakes, because I am off to a bad start today. So, y'all forgive me, but let's try and make up for it before it gets back to a gazillion degrees below zero, because I know all of you guys are cold everywhere. Todd sent me pictures. He's got enough snow in the back he can set a Christmas scene up. Up there in Kentucky, it's too cold to even go out and put the Christmas scene up. I'm not even sure if Billy's been out on the tractor or if he's even cooking. It's so cold up there. He probably can't even get to the wood. So anybody, let's listen for our next horn.
The one that just came through, I was over there at Bootleggers, and I heard a beep in here, because he gave you, I know he beeped for you. Then I'm thinking, then I looked, and I could see kind of a reflection over here. I'm thinking, then I looked on YouTube, and I thought, oh well, then I just left there and came here.
Yeah, I couldn't decide where. Then I got here, and I had the green, then I got behind, then I had the sheriff, and then my main monitor's missing, so I'm looking all over for it, which is my main phone. It's still at the office. I didn't realize I didn't have sound on, is what we were talking about, so we're off to a rough start. Did you see the icicles in the did you come through the little cavern right here? The little...
Oh, yeah.
Those icicles are cool.
I did see them, yes.
So it's just another day in paradise, Andy.
Yeah.
On a regular basis. All the guys that were working left a little bit ago.
Oh, okay. I'm already cold, so I'm probably not going to stay long.
You're already what?
So I'm already cold, so I'm probably not going to stay long.
I'm not staying long and you can't make me? At 6, it's going to start getting cold again. Do you guys fly when it says cold?
I don't. I imagine somebody does, but not me. I'm not flying this. Usually upper 40s and above I will. Not very often.
This should be a heat wave for you, being from up north.
No, I'm freezing.
How did you manage to wire the stadium then in the winter?
Oh, it was brutal. It was not fun at all. And all they had in the stadium were those torpedo heaters. but the stadium was open, so you only got heat when you were in
just heating
front.
the outside air.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh yeah. The lunchroom was warmer. They had a big lunchroom for us, but yeah, it was not fun. Right in the middle of winter too. I was up there from November through February.
Yeah, you outdid yourself.
I saw that being much.
Yeah, you outdid yourself. It was a very moist cold.
It is damp, isn't it?
Underpants, I guess, and underpants. Doesn't look cold. How long ago was that? You look so young.
That was 10 years ago.
Geez, not that you look old now, but you look so young.
The weatherman says it is officially 39 degrees here. Andy and I think the weatherman is confused. Matter of fact, Andy and I are positive he's confused.
Right.
Must be because we're in the shade. I don't know, because it's way colder than I thought.
Yeah. You could take that rail. Take that rail.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to do it. Drag it down the road.
That damn thing's probably close to 1,000 pounds.
See what's coming from that way.
Okay, everybody. Yes, we are on primitive communications tonight, as I do not have my main phone that I use as the monitor. So, well, let's skip me. We got horn. We have active horn.
Articulating auto roads.
Hey, we got a wave! E-race!
Probably too
Whoa.
far away.
Too far away there. He's at 33 miles an hour as he leaves us. You saw we were at 37 there. That was some fast-moving graffiti on a whole lot of empty auto racks rolling past us. And let me tell you, that breeze he made was way cold. Matter of fact, way, way cold to be exact. Andy's thinking this is like Chicago.
Right.
Tony, you think so? The old dog can learn new tricks. I like that. Tony, the old dog's wanting Mexican pretty soon. We need to plan something. $18E is going to be it for a little bit coming north. Todd says, hello, Andy.
Hey, Todd.
Tara, as you saw, I do not have my phone, so it is currently sitting on my desk at the office. So Mrs. S, who happens to work at the same place as I do, will take it home tonight for me. So the only way I can communicate with you guys is through here. Lucas, thanks for being on. Okay, 6 engines following 18E on a northbound manifest. Tony, there is no way, none, zero opportunities, chances, or even a thought process that I will ever spend a night inside the spooky water tower. But if you would like to, Kid Outdoor has volunteered to do that. So you can make arrangements to hang out with him. And in the meantime, I'll go over to Cow and have Mexican, and you let me know how fun camping is. Backing up to Lucas. Lucas, our 6 locomotives following 18E, are they through Appleton? Can you narrow it down a little bit for us? Because we're excited. If we're going to stand out here in the cold, Andy said I had to come up with something worth it. So, Lucas, if you could help me with that, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, Andy said he's going to sit in the car and I'm on the way. Chanduk Area Rail Fanner, number 532, how are you tonight? And he said 93 cars on our last train. And on our last speed check, I had the camera on too much magnification so you couldn't see it, but it sounds like the first time it worked out. So, again, excess something new this year for us. As you all know, Mrs. S gave me a Christmas present after I saw that Andy had an adult toy and I wanted one. So I told Mrs. S, Andy told me what kind it was, etc. And I told Mrs. S, you got to write a letter to Santa for me and tell him I want a Bushnell speed checker. And by golly, she wrote that letter, and the North Pole brought me one right underneath the tree with the new lens. How cool is that? Taking a look at the signals coming in, we are facing all regs, you guys. Red over red times a total of 4. So, I just turned the hand warmer up to 3 instead of a 2 because my pocket's not warm enough.
My water's going to freeze out here this way.
You want a seat?
No, I can't. You know, actually, I can't stay too long anyway. I got a Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, we're having an operating session at the Model Railroad, so we're going to set up for it tonight. Or is it Saturday?
Are you guys having an open house this weekend? Or
No.
are you just guys doing your thing?
It's just a club thing.
Ah. And if y'all didn't know, at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum is, what scale?
HO.
An HO scale club that has a really cool, super layout. Andy's part of it. Matter of fact, he even does the electrical work for this massive multi-room deal. They got a control tower. The guy sits way back in the back and authorizes all the different movements. And it's Tennessee Valley miniature
Tennessee Valley Model Railroad.
model. I always do miniature. Tennessee Valley Model Railroad. And there's an I in there for something.
Inc.
Inc. Tennessee Valley Model Railroad Inc. TV MRI. Tennessee Valley TV. Oh, Tennessee Valley.
TVMRI.org.
Did y'all hear him? One more time, Andy. A little bit louder right there.
It's TVMRI.org. Tango Victor Mike Romeo India.org.
You can tell Andy flies. Yeah, that wind's brutal. Let's see if there's anything coming this way. My little nose is running. Boy, that sun went quick.
It did.
I have to leave the water run again up tonight.
Yeah.
There's our last train before this one. Nothing coming this way. Nope. Oh, here comes one our way. We have a UP and an NS. Oh, we got a damaged car coming.
Oh.
We've got a UP and NS coming with a damaged tanker car.
Oh. From
12 minutes.
From which way? Yeah. Okay.
Pictures of that. All right, Lucas, everybody catching up with y'all. Anybody trackside? Anybody seen anything exciting? Anybody see the Southern last night leading 29F down to Florida? He came through a little later than normal. It was just way too cold. I was going to try and go out and find a spot to maybe shoot a short for Sunday night, but he was past my bedtime. Did we hear a horn, or was that the interstate?
Sounded like a horn.
Which is unusual. We normally don't hear a horn that far away.
Yeah.
We're just debating if we are hearing semis from Interstate 75 blowing the horn, or if we are hearing a train coming our way. The wind's blowing towards us, which would carry the sound, so anything's possible. It's a ways till the next crossing other than the one up at Bootleggers. So if anybody got anything newsy, let us know. Again, my apologies for the first part of the show with no sound. Don't forget, send in your catch of the week for Casey and I on Sunday nights on the show, Best of the Rails. Last week's was the most watched ever in total viewership. And Casey has that short up. Thank you everyone that participates and has sent things in over time. And the cool thing about it is if we miss something that goes through town, somebody probably caught it, sent a picture in. As y'all saw this past Sunday night, we had a locomotive older than Andy and I, built back in the 50s, the early 50s. And it's operating still over in Memphis over in Meridian at the Meridian Yard. That was really, really cool to see. And everything that everybody had this week, it was phenomenal. And boy, some of the catches on the graffiti this week, unbelievable. It's amazing the amount of time, effort, and talent that goes on the side of a railroad car that travels across the country, and you wonder how many people and how many places see it, and will you ever see it again? Does it go to California and back? And as you all know, we had the Top Cat. We caught Top Cat on a car here, and a year later we caught it again coming through, same exact car, a year later coming up through, well, it was either we caught it at the Cliff or we caught it at Dalton. I forget which, but I know our first time was right here coming down from Knoxville. So many interesting messages, some joyful, some in remembrance, some about the pain of adulting, and some you just don't understand. So we are awaiting our next train. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. Anybody got anything newsy? Anybody heard any updates on the merger other than the fact that it was temporarily on derail? I know we have a rail watch coming up the latter part of March down in Birmingham with Aiden and his group. And I think we've got another event coming up. Tony, when's our next event over in Cowan? And Todd, as soon as it gets warm enough, we're going to have to make a trip down your way. Going to go on as soon as it gets warm enough, although Mrs. S and I are going to Mardi Gras. Not this week, but next week. The home of Mardi Gras, to be exact, Mobile, Alabama. We're going to be down there for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then we'll come back for the show on Sunday. And hopefully by then it has warmed up, and we're going to take a couple comp days and go to Cordele, spend some time there, and several places in between, including hanging out at Austell on the way south. And then I forget the name of the town, but it is southeast of Atlanta Airport, where they have a massive railroad pavilion for watching. I can't think of the name of the town, but we're going to stop there. So Austell there, and then continue on down. Hopefully we can do that 2 weeks from now if it'll warm up enough. If not, we may have to wait for 3. We do have a trip planned back up to Cowan pretty soon. And that's kind of all that's on the calendar, unless somebody else has something newsy coming up. It's so cold out, both hands won't even come out of my pocket, just one at a time. Mama Bear, there's no sunset to capture for you at all. There's our 1910 water tower here in Ooltewah. Like I said, there's a creek that runs right behind that they used to fill it from. And again, the gentleman that lives just down Railroad Street here, who used to spend his childhood up here schlepping the bags, as we talked about earlier, although you may not have heard it since I forgot to have the sound on. I missed a button. And he said they would fill it with a little pump from back there. Not sure how many gallons that thing holds. Todd, as our historian, maybe you could tell us, how many gallons did the old 1910 water tower hold here in Ooltewah, Tennessee? And as far as I understand, the top half is the water and the bottom part is hollow. I don't remember how far up it is. And then as you can see, there's a tree growing out of the top of it. A lot of things have happened since 1910. A lot of people have watched trains here. There's where the old Ooltewah Depot used to set, over there along that siding. Got a couple MOW pieces sitting down there. Whistle Stop, just beyond. If you want to spend a lot of money on a milkshake, that is the place to go. Now, is it unique? Absolutely. It is blue ribbon unique. And they literally build milkshakes, because first of all, you get the milkshake, and then they'll dip the glass in chocolate or all these different things. You get a whole slice of cake hanging on the top of it. It's amazing what all they do. Mama Bear, trying to find you a little sunset. A little bit of a challenge here. Ooh, my nose is going.
Mine too.
Hi. Yeah. Well, for those of you that were wondering, the old water tower that was built in 1910 here in Ooltewah, Tennessee. If you're not familiar with Ooltewah, that's Ooltewah, in case you want to look it up. Was a relatively small municipal structure by today's modern standards, it says, designed to serve a then rural community with limited demand. Historical records and local historical accounts consistently describe the tower as having a capacity of approximately 100 100,000 gallons of water. Now that's a lot of pumping for that little pump in that stream. This size was typical for early 20th century southern towns, providing sufficient pressure and reserve for household use, rail activity, and basic fire protection during that time period. It is an elevated steel water tower, and it's remained a prominent landmark for decades before being considered as obsolete by newer infrastructure as the population and water demand decreased. Therefore, it's a memory of our past, no longer serving our present. But built well enough, it stood for over 100 years, and I guess probably going to stand there for another 100 years. So if somebody watches this video in, let's do the math here, 15, another 85 years from now, y'all answer that question for us. Is the old water tower still standing? Even though the heart doctor said things were okay this morning, I don't think I'm going to last that time period to get to find out the answer. So I'm going to have to depend on our younger viewers to figure out that answer.
I hear a rumble over there.
I do. I keep hearing rumbles too. And I think it's mine. You got to hear a train. There's got to be.
Yeah.
Something's rumbling. We hear rumbling. Let's get rumble ready. Yeah, that is one awfully loud semi.
Right.
Todd, we must be having wishful thinking.
Right. Maybe.
Did you hear that, Todd? We're having wishful thinking. Andy and I are like, we hear a train, but we don't see it. It's kind of like my checkbook. I believe there's money in it, but I don't see anything in front of the zeros. As we await our next outbound train for tonight's show, our rumbles paid off. Hello, Billy. right, you guys, let's see which way he's going. My guess is south to Atlanta. What are y'all thinking?
He's in the crossover now. He's going south.
He's diverging from 2 to 1, Andy says, so he's going to be coming right in front of you. Woo, my little nose is cold.
Yeah, when he passes, I'm going to get going.
When he passes, it's going to get colder.
Yeah. Because he's going to stir up the air.
Sounds like a flat spot on that wheel.
Sure does.
He's going to thump his way all the way to Atlanta.
Well, I'm going to head out.
See you, sir.
Okay.
Nowhere tomorrow, but somewhere Thursday, but I don't know where yet.
Okay.
Saturday was it Saturday? Saturday was I've never seen it so busy. Then it got rained out. Then the sleet came. But it was, I've never seen it that. It was amazing. All right, you guys over there, Nate, everybody, College Dale, here he comes.
All right. I'll be in touch later.
All right, stay out of trouble.
All right.
If anything exciting happens, call me.
Okay.
Don't freeze to death.
Yeah, I'll try not to. You either.
Yeah. 12 more minutes.
Right.
Unless we can catch a little action here. Hey, everybody. Oh, we got green light. Whoa! Woo-hoo! Gonna be a hot minute, though, before he gets here. Because that is single track that he is on. As you can see now, it's getting a little darker. You can see green over red, but that means, and maybe this is the train that Lucas was telling us about. Hang on just a second here, let me look at something. All right, Tony, I'm going to work on thinking real hard on those 7 zeros to get into your checkbook. Maybe the first thing we got to do is buy a lottery ticket. Now, let me catch up with everybody. We were going to leave out at 6, but we're not going to leave a green light on base and take off, so... Let me back up with y'all on the chat here for a moment. Woo, is it cold out here? Well, y'all been busy chatting. I just got a ton of them. Whoa, I gotta go way back. All right. Lucas is giving us that update. 4858, 1088, 4168, 8042. And NS 9893 Thoroughbred NS 7568. Lucas, I'll continue reading down. I'm assuming that is our northbound train sitting at Long, if I'm not mistaken, or is that coming to us from Chattanooga? Lucas, let us know. We don't want to leave anything on base if we can help it. This is as exciting as that. However, as you all know, when it gets dark here, it's dark. No lights and impossible to see anything. So let's hope we need to get here. Tara, you have a fantastic view of the track. Just remember, next time you run out, do not wear the Crocs out on the porch, or you may be sliding down the hill to see the train. And Tara, like I said, you plan where we're going to eat, because I got this size by loving to eat. So 611 Steakhouse, going to be one of the spots we visit when we come up there after. Key word in the sentence is after the spring thaw. Because it is way too cold based on the pictures you sent my phone. It is way, way too cold to come up there right now. Production 6 says, no either. It doesn't want to go until it gets warmer. Crash, you got the same 9 zeros that I do in the routing number. I like that. Nate, that UP locomotive should be past your house by now. All right, so it's going to be, so if I understand this, the train that we're all excited about is down at Long, coming up to Chattanooga from Appleton Way, if I understand this correctly. George Jansen, hello from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Actually, hello from Ooltewah, Tennessee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is very, very thoughtful. We appreciate that. That great big blue, huge marker on my monitor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're up there above Tara. She's up in Virginia. I was switching hands because I got the hand warmers at one side and the second monitor in this one since I left the first one at the office. I turned them up. Normally on 3 I can't hold them, but that's how cold it is out here, and you guys know that. But Tara is in Virginia. You're up there in Maryland. How much snow you got? Billy's up in Kentucky. Crash and Nate and the rest of us are all here. Todd's down in Georgia. Andy went home where there's heat. He's from here. He used to live in Chicago. Nate's got horns blowing. We've got green light. So our train down at Long will get to zip past here, and according to Chattanooga Area Rail Fanner 532, we'll probably have back-to-back passing trains here. As we had talked earlier, this is a great junction spot because it's 2 tracks behind, then they go single here. You got to wait for whatever's coming up before whatever's holding can go down. So this is just a really awesome spot, and we'll probably, if it stays light enough for us, that's going to be the challenge. It's 5:56 Eastern Standard Time here in Chattanooga, and getting dark quick. As you can see, those lights are getting brighter behind me. And my nose is getting colder in front of me. But that catches me up with everybody here as we await our next northbound. Tara, Mama Bear, that looks like about the best I can give you for a sunset. Nate, what is it that excites you about being in Virginia? If you love snow, then that's a great place, no question. This is looking back towards Chattanooga, where you'll see that green light on the top. As it starts to get darker, camera struggles a little bit more with focusing. You never know. About the time we think that there isn't going to be one, we get one. Lucas, I'll just settle for the pictures from Tara on all that snow. George Jackson, maybe you'd like to send us a couple snow pictures as well. George, let me invite you to Sunday night Best of the Rails show. We do that live from the studio. If you're a trackside rail fan up that way, send some submissions in of what you see this week if you get to go trackside. Virginia had some great snow shocks Tara sent down. And we go through the viewer submissions, railmoments.com. Oh, I didn't know that, Tony. What took you from Virginia to the Cumberland Plateau? But backing up, Rail Moments, we do a live show every Sunday night from the studio. And it's viewer submissions, shorts up to 30 seconds, or stills. No music, please, on the shorts. And we go through them, so would love to have some stuff from Maryland, and you can keep up with the stuff where the Angry Rabbit lives on the side of the hill in Boone's Mill, Virginia, overlooking the Trump store. And for those of you that haven't kept up with it, Tara's hobby store is officially closed. But in Virginia, you can have, and correct me, Tara, I think it's Virginia, you can get a Railfan license plate for your car. As you can see, we're still holding on our green. Highball green, as Robert Cox used to say for us. Highball green. Our thoughts always go out to his family. I miss Robert. I don't know if it's dark enough, but we can try. Inside, I don't know if you're able to see it or not. But inside the water tower, somebody has painted a mural all the way around on the inside with fluorescent paint. And they've actually done some painting on the outside. One of these days, we need to go over and clean off the front of it so it doesn't look so spooky. Or so you can see it. But someone has painted all the way around. But I haven't crossed the tracks to see what's in there. As you can see, they've done some painting there on the side. At first, I thought that said beer up there, but it doesn't. It says beware. B-E-W-A-R-E. Beware. Now, Colt, there's a message for you before you even start thinking about spending the night in there. Someone has written a note that says beware. And right there, no, Mike's not going in, Tara. Right there you see an arrow and a line, and right there they have welded, there's a track weld right there. Where they have cut and welded that track. Our MOW equipment, couple pieces sitting down there. Y'all getting a free light show. All right, we are looking towards Collegedale and Ooltewah and the Whistle Stop. Little Debbie's down that trail as we await our northbound. Oh, Crash, I so agree with you. Ain't no way. Snakes and Mike, Next time Rail Fan Lucan is on, when they were here last week for their trip, they went inside of it, and I think he took pictures. I don't know. Like I said, it is one spooky place in real time, real presence. It's going to take a lot to get me to go in there. Alright, northbound is calling Ooltewah. Here we go, guys and gals and everyone. Stop it, Lucas. All you gotta do is get Billy started. Billy, go ahead, tell me, what are you having for dinner tonight? I know Mrs. S did some home cooking. I'm not sure what tonight's surprise is. Let's see, let me catch up here. Oh, Lucas, you're making me want, where is that, oh, not Texas Roadhouse, but Longhorn. I got Longhorn on my mind now. Apple pie, hot coffee, yes. Hot coffee is for sure a requirement right now. If I had some spring water with me, I'd get the coffee pot out. We'd make coffee here on the tailgate of Production 6. Looks like Billy's going to have pork chops and applesauce tonight up in Kentucky. Billy, have you gotten up above 5 degrees, or are you still up there with frostbite? There's Tara headed back. Tara, you're going to have to tell me more. I'm going to have to look that up. When you get a chance, send me the address to this place. I'm going to check it out tonight when I get my phone back, Tara. See where it is that you're so excited that we're going to go to. Crash, how far along are they on our new Longhorn? Ooh, Billy got all the way to almost 30 today. Woo, heat wave in Kentucky. Still on our green. We did hear Ooltewah on the radio. Still holding our northbound green there. was too late. He was rolling. Well,
y'all look good on that one track, folks.
if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I believe we have one sitting at Bootleggers. Yes? No?
Ooltewah, main 2, main 1 southbound.
Main 2 to main 1 southbound. So we do have one more. If I understood that correctly. Ooh, hot brownies. Oh, you guys, stop it. Ay, ay, ay. Yep, there he is. Lucas, are you telling me that 29F is passing TVRM currently? And if I read the notes right, at first I thought this was 29F, but those auto racks full of brand new cars took that belief away. Alright, so Lucas said we have 29F coming by TVRM. So that means my nose is cold. That's what it means. Oh, frog legs are fantastic. I love frog legs. Oh, yum. And cooked in butter. Oh. All right, everybody. I don't know how well we're going to see it, but just for the fun of it, if 29F is passing TVRM, he will be about 12 minutes out probably, because he will roll on. They'll keep them rolling one behind the other here, so we got a little light. We've got some of the lights set up on the truck. We've got 28,000 lumens set up on the side of the truck. So we'll kind of see him go by. So for the fun of it, like I said, we'll get the catch. We're gonna wait for 29F to make it here. Once 29F goes by, that will be it for tonight, because it is getting cold here. Not as cold as Virginia, and not as bad as Kentucky, and not as bad as Maryland, but it's cold enough that Andy said I was out of here, and I will be after this next train. But we're going to stay for one more, you guys, and then we'll call tonight. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for all the information. Thank you for being on. Thank you for the support of the channel. Casey and I, we appreciate you, and we're just going to have a good time. We're going to get one more in the books before we end tonight's show on January 27th of 2026 here in Ooltewah, Tennessee. Give you a pan of all the different stores and stuff, since there's no leaves, as we await 29F. That is looking west towards Chattanooga. Our tiny bit of sunset left. And here is looking towards Ooltewah. And a great big pile of stone. Exit 11 on 75, Interstate 75. That's the Knoxville West End track that you see right there. Y'all are in full-fledged food mode tonight. Whoa. We're going to listen for that horn on 29F. There is a crossing, a block up, that he will blow at. 29F, as y'all know, priority train with pigs on the back, UPS pigs, piggybacks, to Jacksonville, Florida. Signal Bridge, 4 Reds on the tracks headed towards Chattanooga. Hello, Eugene. As you can see, they are in the middle of a food fest. And yes, they are making me hungry.
We have horn for 29F.
Turn to clear, Ooltewah. 29 is go.
Yes, the new Whataburger is officially open in Eastridge. All right, Billy, you jumped the gun. I haven't finished yet. All right, everybody. From Casey and I to all of you, thanks for being on tonight, everybody. Stay warm. Make sure you eat your favorite meal tonight, because after that smorgasbord of everything that you guys went through tonight, I'm ready for dinner. 29F on its way south. Like I said, we got 28,000 lumens on it. Not a whole lot, but at least enough to have seen it go by. As you can tell, it is dark out here. There are no lights whatsoever. And it's so cold we didn't even see the deer come through tonight. So everybody, thanks for being part of Rail Moments. Everyone that was new tonight, please make sure you subscribe. Everybody, thanks for the thumbs up. And we appreciate you. It helps the channel so much with all of your subscriptions. And it's just always fun. So, Tara, you sent me the information about 611 Steakhouse, but we're not coming up until it's warm. So, see y'all at the next crossing, as Billy said. Thanks, everybody. And Lucas, thanks for all that information on our train that we got to catch with the -9 and everything else on. See y'all later.